All right, so now we want to talk about another bilateral squat or standard squat using our kettlebells. So what I'm going to have, first and foremost, Christian's going to do is we're going to grab a kettlebell. So obviously I've grabbed the kettlebells over here in the squat rack. We'll talk about the full rack in a second. Can you strike that? Because I'm not it may not be in that order. Just start again. Take two. All right, so now let's talk about actually squatting with the kettlebells. So Christian, go ahead and we're going to start with a single goblet squat. And Christian's going to pick up his kettlebell. Now, go ahead and face the camera for me, Christian. So let's watch, go ahead and squat down and pick that up. Okay, so let's make sure whenever our clients or our friends or family, whoever we're working out with or yourself, whenever we pick up weight, we always want to make sure we use good form. So let's do a nice squat since we're squatting. So he's going to squat down, lean over a little bit. He's got that neutral spine position. Good. Now he's going to stand up nice and tall. What will happen is your clients and people that you're working with will often, they'll be like, they're good during the set, they're good during the exercise, and then they put it down and they're like that. And you want to make sure from the moment they pick that up to the moment they put it down that their form is always good. So we want to make, that's an important thing. So he's going to pick that up with good form. He's going to bring that up to his chest. He's going to grab the horns, the sides of the kettlebells. Now notice how Christian is holding this. His arms are in nice and tight. His hands are right on the horns of the kettlebell. He's got his feet shoulder to hip width apart. Toes are pulled out, pointed out slightly. He's going to squat down for me. He's going to sit back like he's sitting down in the toilet. He's going to stand back up. Good. Do one more of those. Perfect. Now, do lateral view for me. So Christian's going to come and face that way. Now the beautiful thing is the loading of this, and if you want to give me a couple of these as I'm talking through this, that'd be great. He's got the weight in his front of his chest. This means that he can stay more vertical. This is actually much easier for him. And watch, he's going to get a little bit lower than he normally can, maintaining good hip position. Good, a little lower. Give me a little lower if you can. Good, not bad. So he can actually go below his knee and still maintain neutral spine because the load is in front. Go ahead and stand up. So we love we love goblet squatting, especially for beginning clients, because it's much easier for them to correct any postural deficiencies, including not being able to maintain neutral spine position, which can cause injury later on down the road. This gives the client and or friend, colleague, whoever you're working out with or yourself, a nice option. Now, there's one other option we'll show you in a little bit, and I should probably grab it, is the double rack. Yeah, I'm going to have you do that. And then I want to show what we can do with, so good form. Now he's got two kettlebells here. Neutral spine, he's going to stand up. Now he's got to get this up. He's going to have to actually snatch this up. We haven't covered this quite yet, but we're going to talk about this. Right into what we call the double rack position. Now notice, he's got the bells right into his elbow. He's got his arms down. He can actually bring his arms down a little further, bring it down a little further. There we go. He's got his hands together if he wants. Okay, go ahead and squat for me. Same rules apply. Neutral spine, stand right back up. Do one more of those and we'll call it a day. Perfect. Go ahead and put those down. So he lets it come down and you can go ahead and do good form coming down. So that's a double rack squat. Now, we've got tons of kettlebell weight. We've got about, I think 46 kilos over there. 46 kilos times 2, 92 kilos. You're talking times 2.2. You're talking almost 200 pounds, close to 200 pounds. Holding that in your arms. I don't care how strong you think you are. The kettlebell, the goblet squat, the double rack squat, there are so many opportunities to get really, really strong just using kettlebells because, again, the apparatus is different than the bar. It requires a different kind of neuromuscular recruitment, so the nervous system is going to actually fire very differently than it does when you're squatting with the bar. We like the goblet squat, the single goblet squat first, then we move people into the double rack squat, and then eventually we'll work them over to the bar because the bar tends to be a little bit more technical and we can get away with cleaning up poor posture with goblet squatting very quickly and easily with any of our clients. Now in the event you don't have kettlebells or kettlebell access, you can also do goblet squats with a dumbbell. So go ahead, Christian's going to grab this. Keep the dumbbell vertical, good form picking this up. He's just simply going to hoist up the dumbbell. He's going to bring it up to his chest. And he's got his hands underneath essentially the weights. Now this becomes, he's gonna hold it similarly to that kettlebell. He's gonna do one squat for me. Do one more. I'm gonna grab one more for you, Christian. All right, I'm back. Okay, put that one down. Now you may think, well, geez, what if I'm super strong? Christian's gonna hate me for this. He's gonna hold two hammers, so like you're gonna hammer curl, good. Hold them up on your shoulders, good. You can do it the same way we just did. Go ahead and squat for me. It's gonna be a different variation, but very similar. If he wants, he can even hold it like a hammer curl right on the shoulders like that. So now we're getting a little bit more, it's like a front squat setup. It's actually more comfortable on your wrists, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. So we can load them up with significant amount of weight. Go ahead and put those down. One last thing. Let's say Christian is strong enough to get one up, but the loading is too difficult. So now me working with him, go ahead and let's use two hands to get that one up. So let's say hypothetically, this is really heavy. Good. Now, I'm going to help him with this other one to put it in position. So now, good. Keep those elbows in. Go ahead and squat down for me. And I'm going to help him get out of that. And squat. Good. Down. Grab the other one. Okay? Final notes on this from a safety precaution standpoint. Whether it's kettlebells, squatting, goblet squats, or dumbbell goblet squats, we can certainly spot someone, but you don't typically spot in a sort of a free, unloaded barbell situation. What you would do is try and finish what you finish. If for some reason you're goblet squatting and you're stuck, you just put it down and then stand up. Similarly with the kettlebells. If I'm squatting with my kettlebells, doing the double rack squat, I come down and I'm stuck, I just put them down. So there's no worry like you have with the squat rack because the bar is on your back and you can kind of get pinned in it. You just let the weight come down, guide it to the floor, but you don't have to worry about failing and getting injured as much as you do with these free weights and kettlebells as you do with the barbell in the squat rack.